Travel back in time on a musical journey. It's 1976. Picture a recording studio where a rising rock band faces the pressures of fame. It's the story you'll see unfold in the Tony Award-winning hit play, Stereophonic. It's at Straz now. I'm so happy to have Stephen Lee Johnson and Jack Barrett with us today. You two play the audio engineers.
We
right?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Okay, how you doing today? Good to see you.
Oh, doing great. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yes, you bet, off the great opening. And so I want to get into just the overall plot first. Take us there. What's this play all about?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, sitting down in your seat, it's kind of like getting in a time machine back to the 1970s, and you get to be a fly on the wall as you watch this record-breaking band making their sophomore album, and you see all of the highs and the lows. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the set, I think, really takes a lot of people back to the 70s. It's extremely accurate to the era. You're really in the recording studio, and as well as that, the costumes are, there's a lot of flares, there's eccentric costumes. It's really something.
Gotta love the costumes for that era, that sort of period piece, right?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that you deliver on the promise of the premise with sex, drugs, and alcohol.
Yeah,
is there enough of that?
There's a lot of each of those. There's a lot of each of those. I won't even go into detail, but you'll get that. Yeah,
plenty
for sure. Yeah.
Of course, the other part of that, the great music. I've heard so much about it,
gosh.
and for you, your younger generation, obviously, you missed that era of music in it. But what is it like to hear those songs and be a part of it?
Yeah, I mean, all the songs in the show were composed by Arcade Fire's Will Butler. They're all original music for this show. And I mean, we get to be in the lucky position of we get to hear the band play this live music every night. It is completely live, and it's incredible. I mean, I think everyone leaves the show just wanting to hear more, really.
Okay, I want to hear about your two roles, because you're both, as I mentioned at the beginning, audio engineers, and you kind of play, Stephen, you're more the comedic character, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I think that I'm kind of this fish from a little pond dropped into this huge, dangerous ocean, and the audience kind of gets to stretch this metaphor as far as we can. Gets to watch me running away from sharks for about 3 hours, and it's a lot of fun.
Very cool, very cool. I love you guys' chemistry. I mean, and you've been working together 8 months.
Yeah.
How do you get into character? I'll talk about your character in a minute, because there's a bigger transformation there.
Yeah.
But what's your method for just getting into that moment, traveling back in time?
I mean, the costume design is so insane that literally, as I put on these amazing leather boots, as I put on all of these clothes that really evoke the time, I look in the mirror and it kind of transports me there pretty quickly. We also have our own little rituals, whenever we're in a new city, we'll run our scene together, which is kind of a fun ritual that we have. Yeah,
I mean, I think the costumes do so much, but for my character, I maybe lied a little bit on my resume in order to get in the room.
You said you work for the Eagles, right? Or you said you were
I did say that. Yeah.
Part of what you
maybe I sound engineered for the Eagles. But yeah, and I think it's in my character, he really experiences a sort of rise throughout the play, and is just doing his best to make everything come together. And I really rely on my other engineer here in some scenes, and in some scenes he really annoys me. It's a lot.
And you go from this timid kind of guy, and we see your character arc, you become more bold by the end, even with that little lie on your resume.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's sort of forced into more responsibility as the year goes on, and really wants to make a name for himself with this album, and you sort of see that arc.
Quickly, because we have to wrap now, but a favorite moment that the audience will love, each of you, without giving too much away.
I have this story that I tell in the beginning of the show, and there's a reveal of something crazy that this person does to her boyfriend, and to just to truly shock 2,000 people all at the same time is very gratifying for me.
Special. I think my moment would be, we've been working on getting this one song right for a lot of different takes, and eventually we do get it right. And it's just, I think the audience feels that moment every single night.
I love it. Thanks for sharing with us. And here's all the information. You want to buy tickets? There you go. Head to StrazCenter.org. Thank you both for being here. Steve and Jack, what a pleasure.
Glad to be here.
Much.